So this is my 2002 KLX with 2010 plus style plastics on it. I converted it pretty easy, I guess. So for the front end, all you need is the number plate lines up, and then this bottom fender right inside here. I don't know if it'll focus. Kind of right this guy has a tab that sticks out, so I just grinded that off so the fender can move back all the way. And then down here, the back two bolts line up for the fender, and then these front two are obviously way too far forward, so you just drill two new holes for the front bolts, and then that's all fine. As far as the shrouds go, I have the U-flow filter, and I got the delete bracket, so that bracket actually lines right up, so I didn't need to make anything on this side. I just used the stock one over here and built a little tab. Just took a little piece of aluminum and drilled two holes and moved it down a little ways. So I mean, there's really no need to get too complex. I'm just actually gonna paint that black so it blends in a little better. I ended up getting a 2010 style tank. They're kind of hard to find, I guess, but I tried it with the old style, and the gaps kind of bothered me since I have the green frame. I mean, when you look through, you can see it right there, but with the 2010 style, this side's fine, and there's nothing there, but this side you still have a little bit of a gap, but I'm super picky. The big thing was actually, that bothered me, was with the old style tank, you don't have this bolt right here. And that kind of, the fucking shrouds move all over the place, and you can never get them centered to do the number plates right. As far as this guy goes, I did nothing. I mean, I didn't want to weld on the frame, so it doesn't affect the fitment at all, or at least not for me, it didn't. I tried zip tying them in or just leaving it, and really it makes no difference. At least for me, it just kind of depends what you want to do. As far as the number plates, this bolt lines right up, and then down here there's no need to get too complex, like I said, so I actually just took a little piece of this aluminum, drilled another hole because it's not off by very much, and then I just took a grinder and cut a little piece out so the nut could fit, and then I also added this bushing just to kind of flare the number plate out a little bit so it wasn't so flat. So this side's still together. You can see it just needs to move about an inch. No big adjustments there. And then the rear fender, all I did was cut the battery tray out, wherever that's at. I must have thrown it away, but yeah, really all you did was just took the same grinder and cut the battery tray off, and actually it rubbed pretty bad in here, so I just kind of took a Dremel and shimmed it back a little bit, but nothing necessary there. I might put 2 more bolts in the rear fender. I haven't decided yet. Kind of just depends. We'll see what it does. I mean, I kind of like that it moves around because, when I do a wheelie and go too far back, it's not going to completely screw up the rear fender. It'll kind of stay. Biggest complaint with it, honestly, is like that gap right there doesn't bother me to the shrouds, but the seat gap, so it's actually like that. But I might trim the fender a little more and see if I can move it up, but it's actually not too bad. There's no need to weld on it. This side, when you put it together, the kickstart clears it, the exhaust fits, so yeah. It's definitely not as complex as you would need it to be, but it's pretty simple.